And welcome back in, everybody, to the Super Level Studios as we continue our watch-alongs for all the wrestling across the entirety of WrestleMania week as we bring you Joshi Senior Pro Wrestling, the apex of women's professional wrestling with Stardom. And this is for the second year in a row, their American Dream Showcase. So welcome to Stardom American Dream 2026 from Las Vegas. And welcome into the pre-show discussion. Hello, everybody, and welcome back once again to the Super Reliable Studios. You know what this is, for I am the Super Man of the Super Brand, the voice of SOS for grateful for all things professional wrestling. Damn it. And my name is Noel Foster, so thank you all for tuning in, whether live or on demand. Please like, subscribe, comment, and tell a friend. And if you want to dictate the conversation, super chat or PayPal that passions, as simple as that. Of course, this show is available exclusively on pay-per-view through the Triller service. If you want to watch along with me too, as of course Stardom is literally the measuring stick that I hold when it comes to women's professional wrestling. Damn it. And we have a great card, bringing a lot of great reunions, a lot of unique rivalries bringing forward, and some faction warfare that Stardom's known for, particularly with Hate, former Slash Aledo Tai, Empress Nexus Venus, Vida de Loca, and of course the Cosmic Angels, who might be on live support if Sakura does not beat Saya Kamatani at the actual Queendom pay-per-view later this month. Let's go ahead and look at the card that we have ahead here. We have 6-woman trios action. That's Micah, Nina Shirakawa returns on the Stardom since last year. It wasn't so Las Vegas last year that we literally saw Nina Shirakawa reunite with her Empress Nexus Venus sisters in Micah, the former World of Stardom champion, and Hanako, the former future Stardom champion, also known formerly as, of course, the Twin Towers, that had a great run during, of course, one of the Goddess of Stardom tag leagues, taking on Kazuki Wildheart, and she will also be involved in the Spark Joshi show that we will be covering here Sunday, Rina Yamashita and Suzuki of the Vida Loca in 6-woman trios action. We also have, I just talked about the other half of the Sakura and, of course, Kara connection. Aya Sakura, alongside Natsupoi, she will be teaming up against, making her Stardom debut in her 5th match in just 2 days. God bless her. Truly the center of attention. Brittany Brooks teaming up with Saki in tag team action. As, of course, the Cosmic Angels look for any momentum they can get ahead of course, the incoming World of Stardom Championship match for Sakura Kara. And boy, she's going to need all the help that she can get to defeat the Phoenix Queen. Just saying. Making their Stardom debut from AEW, Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron, and Willow Nightingale's back on the Stardom stage. Of course, the babes of Rav and Chris Statlander. That's where it's at, damn it! They take on Neo Genesis, Mai Siri, former high-speed champion, Starlight Kid, who just celebrated 10 years of a wrestling career, former Wonder Stardom champion, and of course, the daughter of High Speed and High Speed rival to the White Tiger, Asume, in trios action. And this could honestly lead to some implications ahead of maybe the 5-star Grand Prix to follow through later on this year regarding, of course, what happens at the Queendom pay-per-view. And in our main event, we have third-generation top, probably the strongest competitor, the friggin' Gorilla Khan herself, Saya Ida, one half of Wingori, former Stardom Tag Team Champions. She will be going after Alex Winza and the NWA Strong Women's Championship. What's going to be definitely our strongest hard-hitting bout on this simple showcase. And that is what's ahead here at Stardom American Dream 2026, an annual showcase once again here from Las Vegas for the best talent in Stardom and AEW, as well as cutters, of course. So I hope that you all enjoy the show that's ahead, as we got a little bit of 25 minutes before the show goes live. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to those that, of course, that are tuning in to other feeds, of course, along the Super Alpha Studios for all the watch-alongs that we have done so far. Again, thank everybody that tuned into all of our watch-alongs literally, daggum, yesterday into the morning for Women's Professional Wrestling and AEW and House of Glory. Damn it. As, of course, we bring you through Friday now. Still to come, of course, we have Jordan L. Spring Break later tonight and Juggalo Championship Wrestling, Stranglemania, as well as Josh Barnett's Bloodsport that will also be simul-streaming alongside me as I cover Stardom, because I wanted to impose we cover more Joshi Pro Wrestling and more brands of wrestling and more outlooks of wrestling. Progress was a lot of great fun. Shout out to James Hebert. So today I'm rolling solo, and I wouldn't have it other way when it comes to, of course, my first love of this business, Japanese strong style and Japanese professional wrestling. But also, please stay tuned tomorrow as me, Statboy Mike, and our Canadian friend, Ash. We'll be covering WrestleMania starting 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, WrestleMania Saturday, as well as GCW shows prior and after. And of course, Sunday will conclude the festivities as I cover Spark Joshi Pro Wrestling Lady Luck 2 that will literally segue into WrestleMania Vegas Sunday, also starting 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned for more on that. Of course, the entire weekend will conclude with the conclusive shenanigans hosted by me with the final thoughts on WrestleMania week. And that will follow, literally following WrestleMania. So I hope you all continue to be along for the ride here at the Super Liable Studios. If you're tuning into us for the first time ever, you want to learn more about us, what we do, whether it's interviews, watch-alongs, upcoming content, and just upcoming plugs too. Follow SR Studios today on the X at SR Studios 2024 to keep in touch with what we do here 24/7, 365, all the time when it comes to watch-along shenanigans and other feature presentations. And I hope that you all enjoyed this presentation of American Dream 2006 presented by Stardom in Las Vegas at the Pearl Theater at the Palms. Before we continue, I just want to go ahead and bring a little bit more background towards the matches and the talent that you have ahead. Asumi and Starlight Kid have had the long-standing rivalry for ages over the high-speed championship and have basically become the best of rivals and friends, always trying to one-up each other. Ever since branching out from their previous fashions, whether or not it was Queen's Quest or Aledo Tai /Hate, and joining together for this new faction called Neo Genesis, these two have, of course, worked cohesively together and even had a match for leadership, where Starlight Kid, the White Tiger, former Wonder Star and Chifuru's Konami, of course, took the role of leadership. You all, of course, know Asumi, of course, because not only has Asumi been involved in AEW, the Tokyo Dome against Maya Watani for the IWGP Women's Championship, she has been a standout of Stardom itself. And Maisura, one of the longest ratings high-speed champion in modern memory right now. Of course, Yuka Mizori, of course, currently holds that title. We all know the Bears of Wrath and their journey, of course, the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, and Chris Statler, former AEW Women's Champion. Although this new attitude and direction, so far, alongside Carl Shida, is an interesting development, and we'll see what that means, as Harley Cameron reached out to Chris Statler to see if she could be underneath Chris's wing to help develop her further in her young wrestling career, as of course she wanted to be a tag team with Chris Statlander. This will be the third match that we find the Bears of Wrath and Chris Statlander together, as of course regulars here in Neo Genesis, they have been together since Neo Genesis was born early last year in Stardom after Queen's Quest was officially diminished. Either way, this should be a fun trios match here. Of course, we don't have any World of Stardom champions, but we got a Wonder Stardom champion, two high-speed champions, former AEW Women's World Champion, current TBS champion, and of course, a previous AEW Women's Tag Team champion. So a lot of unique dynamics across the board. I'm very curious to see how Harley Cameron keeps up to speed with particularly three daughters of high speed, because basically what you got on the left-hand side is a high-speed trio. So don't blink and definitely enjoy this unique six-woman showcase. And that's really all I got to say about this match. When I think about right now how Asumi, of course, is trying to get back into the ranks to maybe challenge for the high-speed title or the Wonder Stardom Championship, this would be a great step forward for Neo Genesis, where right now, hate holds all the gold practically. Good grief almighty. Anyway, as we move on from there, we, of course, have tag team action, as I said earlier. One half, of course, Kara Sakura, the winners of last year's Goddess of Stardom Tag League, losing, though, unfortunately, their chance for the Goddess of Stardom Tag Team Championships. The other half, the High Kick Angel, Aya Sakura, teams up with Boy, not Support. You also might know her as Mrs. Takagi. She is also known as the High Speed Fairy. They, of course, are teaming together to take on the debuting center of attention. You all know her as the FSW Women's Champion, Brittany Books, making her Stardom debut. Her fifth match, by the way, in just 2 days. That girl is getting on the grind done, man. Respect. Taking on Saki, of course, who has not been involved in Stardom, actually, since last year. So we have a unique duo on the left-hand side that have never met each other before in the ring. And, of course, we have a duo that have more often than not met each other on opposite sides, it seems. But they also are part of Cosmic Angels. Again, Cosmic Angels might be on life support if Kara Sakura does not win the World of Stardom Championship against the Phoenix Queen, Saya Kamatani of Hate. With looking to boost momentum forward towards their fellow Cosmic Angel sisters, it's a critical win right here for Aya Sakura and Natsupoi to get the better of the center of attention and Saki. So we'll see what happens here in this tag match soon enough. And again, I love this idea that Saki, who hasn't been involved in Stardom since last year, definitely could leave an impression here against the former Wonder Stardom champion. And Aya Sakura is still very young in her Stardom career, of course, with a background in karate. She very much could kick Brittany Brooks' head off. So, Brittany, I'd be careful if I were you. And that's all I got to say about that match. As we move on from there, talk about reunions, look who's back in Stardom as we have Mina Shirakawa teaming up with her Empress Nexus Venus sisters for the first time since last year's American Dream 2006 in Las Vegas. Taking on, of course, Micah alongside her former World of Stardom champion and Hanako. Hanako and Micah were previously finalists in the Goddess of Stardom tag team tournament. And of course, Mina Shirakawa, who's been through the ringer in Stardom when she started Club Venus and what morphed into Empress Nexus Venus, no stranger to Micah and her power, and Hanako's rising star power, of course, former future Stardom champion. We also have them taking on Rhea Yamashita. You, of course, saw her at the Despe Invitational last night if you watched that along here or watched that on pay-per-view. The Wild Heart Suzuki and a crazy girl herself, Suzu Suzuki, the leader of Mi Vida Loca, as Suzuki now is a freelancer. Suzuki, of course, by the way, will be part of the Spark Joshi Showcase, though, defending her Spark Joshi Championship. The thing that matters is that Suzuki and Suzuki bring out the crazy in each other, but so does Rina and Zuzu, as, of course, they've literally faced off in freedoms in a damn death match. The fact of the matter, though, Mina Shirakawa returns home to this Wonder of World Stardom ring tonight against very familiar foes, particularly in Azuki, where those two have shared a whole lot more than headbutts with each other. And with Mina right now also looking for a change of direction, this is a great way for Mina to go back to her roots when she left home for the American Dream to become All Elite, left her family, left the Stardom Wonder ring. This should be a very fun trio showcase to show how well Empress Nexus Venus still work very strong together. And we will see what happens soon enough across this 6-woman trios match. In a unique exhibition match, we have the fallen goddess Athena, our forever Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, the longest reigning Ring of Honor champion in Ring of Honor history, going one-on-one against the Pink Devil Rina, who came up very close in this year's Cinderella tournament, but eventually lost as Hanan was able to win. Rina's been one of those, much like Athena, that's been trying to really break out on her own and prove exactly what she is. Now 19 years old, of course, made it to the semifinals last year of the 5-Star Grand Prix, was involved notoriously in the Gods of Stardom Tag League, looking to no longer be the undercard, but be the big focus of the main card, has even called out Konami for the Wonder of Stardom Championship. And of course, Rina, as I said, is the youngest member right now of Hate, formerly known as Oedo Tai. Rina is one of those, though, much like Hanako and Hanan, and of course, Hinen. And of course, 3 of those, by the way, are sisters, by the way. They really have grown into their own over the last year, but Rina is dealing with a force unlike anything else. But Athena's track record against Josie's not been that great. The last time she faced someone from Stardom, as we know, was Shuri when she tried to challenge for the NWW Strong Women's Championship, and she lost. Back at the New Beginning, of course. So Athena looking to once again prove that she is the Joshi killer. Hasn't been seen on Stardom since she, of course, faced Thekla and defend her Ring of Honor World Champion against her. Athena looking to clip the wings of the proverbial, or the horns of the proverbial Pink Devil in what is a first time ever one-on-one encounter. So I'm very curious to see who gets more violent, who gets more strategic, who gets more vicious and malicious and mischievous in this first time ever encounter. Something tells me, though, that Diamante or Billy Starks may not be too far away either. And anytime you face somebody from Hate, you face the entire game. So expect a baseball bat, a briefcase, spray, and who knows what else to possibly try and get involved here, as Rina might get a shot at the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship if she gets the win. Speaking of Ring of Honor, if you can, please watch the special tonight of Ring of Honor. 8 women's matches, and several of them are for survival of the fittest, qualifying to figure out who will face Athena for the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship at Supercard of Honor. More details to come on that. Of course, we'll be covering that next month here at the Super Live Studios on our non-stop live watch-along schedule. And of course, that segues into our main event of the night and our only championship match of the night. As we have Saida, 3rd generation talent, one half of Wingoi, former Gods of Stardom Chat Team champions, alongside Hanan. She will go after them to Strong Women's Championship against Alex Windsor. And of course, as I said earlier, Alex Windsor, of course, won the Strong Women's Championship at Wrestle Kingdom 8 against Shuri in what was a rematch from literally her last match in Pro Wrestling Eve before she became All Elite. Also coming off that great effort against Fekla before she got brained in the head with brass knuckles. Damn it. For the AEW Women's World Championship, one half of the Brawling Birds. We got tag team specials on both sides. We got hard-hitting single competitors. Saida, of course, coming off a great chance to challenge for the Wonder Stardom Championship last year at American Dream Queendom at the end of last year in December against Konami, gave her a run for her money. And again, arguably pound for pound, the strongest competitor on the Stardom roster, literally endorsed by the Queen of Roses herself, Utami Hayashita, of course, who is part of Marigold. It was going to be a first time ever one-on-one encounter. I'm very curious to see who has the power advantage with these two powerhouses of the Joshi and British scene. And of course, the Endless Strong Women's Championship, a notorious run of champions, including not limited to Stephanie Valkyrie, Julia, Willow Nightingale, Mercedes Monet, and of course now Alex Windsor. So I'm very curious to see, could we have an upset on our hands here? This very well could happen. And that is your card ahead as we get ready for Stardom Dream 2026 in Las Vegas, as we have 13 minutes left before the show goes live. Good to see Michael Vasquez. Appreciate you as always. Thank you so much for love and support. Dwayne Atkinson, thank you, man. It's going well. Today was actually a nice reprieve for me, considering I covered 4 damn shows yesterday, and now I only have to cover this show before I headline play-by-play for WrestleMania. By the way, folks, here's a little bit of exclusive for you. I am going to show you, for those that may not be watching or may not be aware, the WrestleMania stage. So as we got a moment to breathe, are you ready to see what this year's WrestleMania looks like? For Allegiant Stadium, WrestleMania 42. Oh, wait, that's not it. Whoops, sorry, that's the wrong graphic. Let me try that again. WrestleMania 42. It's WrestleMania 17 reincarnated. Oh, well, I just feel like doing that because I'm like, really? Do we really just lower the budget? You got less seats, so you had to make the set smaller. What are we doing here? What are we doing? I just wanted to do that for the hell of it. Anyway, again, stay tuned, though. Of course, we will be covering WrestleMania Saturday and Sunday here at the Super Reliable Studios. I also want to point out that you will be, of course, watching along with us as we simulcast, as, of course, my other commentary cohorts. They'll be covering Bloodsport. That'll be headlined, of course, by Josh Barnett versus Blue Justice, Yuji Nagata, Natty Neidhart versus Shayna Baszler, 2 Demons of Kick with the woman of the Pink Strike and the Demon Kicker herself, Janai Kai versus Miya Yamashita, Bruiserweight Pete Dunne taking on Masai Takeda, Zack Sabre Jr. taking on Ray Jazz, Eric Stevens versus Fuming Age, Timothy Thatcher versus Charlie Dempsey, Roy Cyrus versus Shane Mercer, and so much more. And again, stay tuned as we segue into Joy Janela's Spring Break and Drugalo Championship Wrestling Strangle Mania, as, of course, the Superman's non-stop live watch-along schedule continues. And after tonight, you will see me tomorrow for WrestleMania Saturday, followed by Spoke Josie on Sunday, where we'll see Kai McKenna, Burt Vixen, Hazuki, along other familiar names, including Erica Demia from the WID Showcase. And then, of course, we'll be back here with a Sunday night WrestleMania, the longest shenanigans that are probably going to happen in the history of shenanigans. Predictions post-mortem with me and Papa Gino. And, of course, the Monday Night Raw will conclude the entire WrestleMania week for the Superman's brand. So stay tuned, as always. And again, if you haven't gotten your predictions in, get your predictions now for WrestleMania. The form is live on NoDQ.com. Predictions, videos on YouTube, on the social medias at NoDQ, and on my social media at NFoster1916. And good luck to everybody involved in the WWE PLE Predictions League. Well, I think with that being said, we have still a few minutes left. And again, if you want to purchase this pay-per-view like me, you still have time. It is $20, I believe, through the Triller TV service. Happy to bring you into some Japanese professional wrestling. I hope to do more of this for you, whether or not it's Noah, New Japan, or Stardom, or something else. Maybe more British wrestling like Progress, or cover Pro Wrestling Eve. A great show with Bruised and Battered, with Megan Bain taking on Sapphire Reed, amongst other great matches. But as we got a moment to breathe, I'm going to go ahead and run our watch launcher to give you an inside look at what's ahead here next at the Super Reliable Studios. And I'll see you on the other side of this break.
And now for a taste of things to come.
as always, here in Stardom Studios, that trailer shows to you we truly encompass, embrace, celebrate, engage, pontificate, analyze, criticize, react, and watch along to all the wrestling. As of course, we get ready now for again American Dream 2026. I think I like that one better. I like the graphic versus me. And again, as I said, this of course segues into WrestleMania weekend. Again, stay tuned for me, Ash, and Statboy Mike covering WrestleMania Saturday. We'll be starting 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with our own half-hour kickoff show. And we'll do the same thing come Sunday night's WrestleMania as well, featuring the real main event and the other main event. 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both respective days. As again, the Superman's Brand's simple plan for WrestleMania week continues on forward as I will be bringing you coverage of American Dream 2026, while my cohorts cover Bloodsport, Jordan Spring Break later tonight, and Juggalo Championship Wrestling Stranglemania. Shout out to Jeff and James and Ryan and everybody involved, and Nick and Ash and everyone that's contributed so far this entire week, giving you everything we can for our love on all outlets of professional wrestling. I also want to give a shout out to Ed Laredo for the incredible work with the Polder Mania Showcase. If you have not gone and watched it yet, highly encourage you to do so. And shout out to Ladies Night Out 16 by Tully, courtesy of Time Match Network, as well as the WID Showcase that really gave a strong spotlight towards the future of the WWE. And again, to everyone that has joined us in all those watch-alongs, thank you so much. Of course, you all continue to allow the pageant to persist, pursue, progress, and of course, perpetually be forwardly brought here across all things wrestling. As you saw in that trailer, we want to encompass even more. I hope to do maybe Dominion, maybe the G1 Climax Finals, maybe Dantaku, maybe we'll do some sort of preview of the Best Super Juniors and a baddie bracket breakdown. So stay tuned for more on that, as of course we have 5 minutes, about 5 minutes and 55 seconds before the show actually begins here from the Palms. So again, have you all watched Stardom before? Who are you most curious to see on this card? What names do you recognize in and out of AEW or the Purishu circuit? Is this your first time engaging with us here at the Simply Liable Studios? What do you hope that we still have to cover that we are going to cover? What are you looking forward to that we still have to cover that we're going to cover? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below as you all play basically as color analysts, either getting an education or either bringing your intuition towards this Stardom lineup. Again, we have 5 matches on tap, and one is for the Ender Strong Women's Championship. Trios action with Neo Genesis, Mai Sarah, Starlight Kanasume taking on the Babes of Rap and Chris Statlander. Trios action with the returning Mina Shirakawa reuniting with Micah and Hanako of Empress Nexus Venus, taking on Vivito Loca and, of course, Freelancer, Hazuki Yamashita and Zuzu Suzuki. Tag team action as Cosmic Angels, Aya Sakura and Natsupoi take on the center of attention, Brittany Brooks and Sakai. Of course, as I said, this is Brittany Brooks' Stardom debut. 5 matches in 2 days, by the way. Congratulations to her. First ever one-on-one matchup, Athena, the Fallen Goddess, goes one-on-one with the Pink Devil, Rena. And yes, folks, that young lady on the right is only 19 years old. And in our main event, we have Saya Ida taking on Alex Windsor for the Ender Strong Women's Championship. And what should be a very nice, simple, fun, probably under 90 minutes to 2 hours, showcase of Joshi Pro and Women's Professional Wrestling. And I hope that you all enjoy. And again, follow all the outlets here at the Super Liable Studios, of course, as again, they all make it possible. We all do this for the love of the business, damn it. So if you haven't already, subscribe today to Batty for Wrestling, Rage of Wrestling, Catch the 18 Studios, the Jake Hebert side of things at Jake Hebert side 95, and the Jeff Meacham Network. And if you want to follow me, you're more than welcome to, but again, I'm introverted. I just do this for the love of the game, all right? I love wrestling, and I love bringing attention towards all things wrestling. Shout out to my ATW fan. And shout out to our Power Rangers at Ash and Tatilla.Ash, who will be doing a pop culture podcast very soon in the near future. Shout out to Batty for Wrestling and Rangers of Wrestling, as we have literally 3 minutes and 38 seconds before things really pick up. So again, right now we're just chilling here. Hope everyone's having a fine Friday. I hope everyone's excited for everything that's ahead with all the wrestling this weekend, whether or not you watch WrestleMania or you watch something else, whether or not it's Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Noah, GCW, JCW, HOG, MLP, SmackDown, the WWE Hall of Fame, WrestleMania, Spark Joshi, whatever you choose, it truly is the week for every professional wrestling fan to find or enjoy their muse. And I hope everyone gets a chance to do that. And again, stay tuned for the shenanigans with our final thoughts on WrestleMania week following Sunday night WrestleMania. And I believe that my colleagues will be going here live soon enough to give you Bloodsport coverage. So if you want to give them love as well, give them a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, comment, share the links to both videos as we got Fights versus Joshi Pro Delights here simulcasting this fine Friday evening for your engagement and entertainment here at the Super Lava Studios as we go into WrestleMania weekend. So again, I hope everybody just simply enjoys everything that's ahead across all of our platforms and stages here and showcases for all things professional wrestling. Damn it. One way or another, I got to find a way to cover a Stardom pay-per-view, Pro Wrestling Eve show, Pro Wrestling NOLA show, and maybe either Dantaku or Dominion. And speaking of rising developments, apparently there is some rumor feed that one page here, Saraya, may have signed back to WWE. It also has made official that now Kazuchika Okada will defend the AEW International title against the Alpha, Kenozu Takeshita, at Double or Nothing, as I bring you more up to speed on upcoming events here on our watch-along schedule. So again, I hope that everybody enjoys. And again, if you've enjoyed something thoroughly so far, we'd love to know your thoughts. Would you have enjoyed watching along with us or engaging with us in these watch-alongs so far? Whether it was AEW, Porta Media, Ladies Match, HOG, or Ladies Night Out, excuse me. I'm tired, folks. I mean, I've literally been doing 6 shows in the last 48 hours. I feel like I'm burning myself out. 6 suit changes, 6 shows. Good grief almighty. I am a glutton for this business. But I guess this is what it means to be passionate about professional wrestling. Damn it. And shout out to my brother, Papagino. Of course, we'll be back here after WrestleMania weekend concludes. Monday night, 6 p.m. Standard Time, breaking it all down regarding what happened Saturday and Sunday at WrestleMania, the highs, the lows, and the medium scores too. Again, participants more with me and Papagino. Staying over that ahead of the Raw after Mania, Monday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as the Superman's brand only pretty much does stuff live. All right. I think I bantered on enough, and I think now we're about to get ready here. It looks like Mikey Ito might also be part of the festivities, as well as Kara here, as I'm looking at the banner here of all these incredible talents. Oh, I might get even Kara here. 30 seconds away before, of course, Stardom American Dream 2026 gets underway. So this should be a very fun event, and I hope everyone enjoys. And again, stay tuned for what's next in Stardom. I believe they're approaching the 5-star Grand Prix, of course, after their Dream Queendom show for the spring season. So stay tuned for more on that. And if you're with me on the Triller TV feed and you purchase the pay-per-view like me, then you literally are good to go in 5 seconds. So without further ado, let's get right into it. As we wait for the feed to load here. A little bit of Japanese music introduction. You know what? I'll go ahead and do the same thing. Why not? And welcome officially into American Dream 2026. They run the card down. Again, our first match will be 6-woman tag team action as Ryo Mashita Suzuki will take on Maika, Mina Shirakawa, and Hanako. Our second match will be Rina versus Athena. Third match here, the center of attention, Brittany Brooks goes one-on-one against Suki. And, of course, tag team match with Aya Sakura and Natsupoi. Our fourth match will be for the Strong Women's Championship as Saya Ida, one half of Wing Gory, will be taking on Alex Winza for the Strong Women's Championship. And our fifth match, our main event, will be Mina Shirakawa's homecoming as Mina, Maika, and Hanako take on the Cosmic Babes of Rap, making their Stardom debut together as a trio. Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, and Chris Statlander. as American Dream 2026 officially begins right now from the fabulous Pearl Theater at the Palms in Las Vegas. When did they got Walker Stewart on the call? I always enjoy these festivities and these showcases. Oh, the match card. The match card is being changed, and we'll announce the match card to go. Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, that's as always to tell the business itself. Cars subject to change. It is what it is. As they ring the bell here, of course, to ceremonially bring everybody in. Crowd still filing in as we kick things off with tag team action. Aya Sakura and Natsupoi taking on Brittany Brooks and Saki in our first match. And hello again, everybody, and welcome in to Simple Apple Studios, and welcome to this special live watch-along feature for Stardom American Dream 2026. And we do this for the second time ever in the history of the Simple Apple Studios. And we're kicking things off here with tag team action. Representing Colors, Girls Power Wrestling Unit, making her way to the ring first. And hello, professional wrestling fans, young and old, hardcore, local, casual, worldwide, domestically, internationally founded. We have a very unique duo. Here's, of course, Veda Scott in her non-stop commentary schedule. On full display right here as Brittany Brooks, the center of attention, going into her fifth match in just these 2 days alone in Las Vegas. God bless her. Current FSW Women's Champion, making her Stardom Wonder Ring debut. I love the fact they got the Japanese announcer. Brittany Brooks, of course, trained out of the AWF Academy, heavily inspired by Chris Bay, 21 years of age. And her tag team partner, Saki, representing Girls Pro Wrestling Unit Color, 13 years involved in the game, trained by the likes of Emi Sakura, known as the Battle Girl of Love and Justice. She is also an accomplished tag team specialist, current Spark Joshi Atlanta champion, and the current Colors champion in her third current run. Very curious to see how these two coexist against this very familiar duo to each other, representing Cosmic Angels. Of course, Stardom, also known for their fair share of faction warfare. As we await the entrances of Cosmic Angels, Aya Sakura and Natsupoi. Aya Sakura, of course, one half of the New Blood Tag Team Champions alongside her partner, Sayaka Kara, who, of course, will challenge Sayaka Matani for the World of Stardom Championship at Queendom. And, of course, got the high-speed fairy as well, and former Wonder of Stardom champion, Natsupoi. Natsupoi comes in here with 10 years involved in the game, trained by Yuna Manase. Originally was involved in Julia's faction, Donna Del Mundo, Women Who Play in the World. And Natsupoi, of course, a former 3-time Artist of Stardom champion. That's the trios titles, by the way. Alongside Tem Nakano and Sora Noi as part of Cosmic Angels. And, of course, former Wonder Stardom champion. Held that title for 155 days. Sakura Aya, of course, also known as the High Kick Angel of the Ring with a background in karate. And, of course, Natsupoi has stolen the hearts of the Japanese crowd with her high-speed agility and antics in the ring. Good to see Natsupoi back here in Las Vegas with a background, of course, in Remistic. That's why she always carries the baton. And we'll see how the unfamiliar deals with the familiar here, as, of course, Brittany Brooks has never met either of these two women in the ring in any capacity. Interesting opportunity here for Brittany Brooks, though, to possibly put her name to come back to the Wonder World Stardom ring, maybe go after the God Stardom Tag Team Champions or even the Wonder Stardom Championship if she's able to pin maybe a former Wonder Stardom Champion. And Aya Sakura, by the way, folks, is only 29 years of age, has been involved in the game for 3 years, and she is a technician in the ring. And shout out to Veda Scott on commentary here. It looks like Scarlett, of course, who's been refereeing most of the matches here, part of the GCW Collective and GCW, is in the ring. And congratulations again to Natsupoi on a recent engagement to Shingo Takagi. And right now, Saki seems a little bit less flustered here right now. Brittany and Saki are right now talking about game plan. The bell rings. It looks like kicking things off with Natsupoi and Brittany Brooks to start things off. And Matt Helms, good to see you. I am in my element, in my comfort zone, covering not only professional wrestling, but Japanese women's professional wrestling. Stiff Kano tie up here with Brittany Brooks, Natsupoi up against the ropes. And I hope that you are doing well, my friend. I hope everyone's doing well. And again, hope everyone enjoys and use the hashtag Stardom to talk about this year's Stardom American Dream Showcase. The second time in a row they're here in Las Vegas with this unique showcase. Couple of time will take over there. Get to the midsection, though. Of course, Brittany Brooks has the height advantage. Oh, nice suplex. Over Natsupoi. Floats over in the cover. Lara Pren. Natsupoi bridges out. Oh, man. And just like that, it's vicious stomp follow through. And Natsupoi takes control of the match here in the early going. And of course, Brittany Brooks off of Paul Mania, Ladies Night Out. Went for the shot there, was unable to get it though. And also the WID Showcase, get to the midsection. And Hybrid Wrestling, all within the last 48 hours. Irish Whip. Current FSW Women's Champion, where Notorious Mimi is looking to take the top from her. Nice Bulldog out of the corner. Now goes in the cover with the far leg. Gets a 2 count on Natsupoi. And Natsupoi has had a very unique journey in her Stardom career. At one point, having doubts to the point, Saray, arguably one of the closest friends that Saray has, reminded Natsupoi exactly who she is. In a great singles exhibition. Nice snapmare there by Saki, as that's now legal. And Saki right now driving her boots into the lower spine of Natsupoi, just hoisting her up in a freelance Romero special. Aye. Again, Natsupoi goes down hard after that. And of course, intermittently seen throughout Stardom. In fact, Saki has not been involved in Stardom since last year, March. Now swinging Natsupoi around by the near leg and arm, taking her for a run and hyperextending the muscles in the process. Unbelievable. Now floats over into the cover and kick out. Unable to keep the shoulders down. And of course, Natsupoi has been part of Stardom since 2020. Formerly part of Tokyo Joshi Pro and World Women's Pro Wrestling Diana. And All Japan Pro Wrestling. Gets the midsection there off the ropes. Oh! Great float over there with the snapmare, blockbuster, excuse me. And now tag made to Aya Sakura. And Aya Sakura with a nice drop kick, sending Saki up against the ropes. Zaire, you want to talk about somebody that can kick your damn head off? That's not named Yamashita. Aya Sakura can do just that. Been involved only in Stardom in her entire young wrestling career since 2023, along with other promotions throughout her time here, of course. And as I said, discipline in karate, involved in wrestling in Japan, New Japan Wrestling, and also Infant. Oh! And knee strike in the corner, stacking up Brittany and Saki. Now the second missile drop kick, taking out both Saki and Brittany. And now look at the cover, Lara Press, and gets a 2 count. Of course, Aya Sakura and her partner, Sayaka Kurara, of course, literally were finalists last year and winners of the Gods of Stardom Tag League. Went for the high kick, Sayaka with a duck underneath, though, not trying to hoist up Aya. Elbow to the point of the back. And the Irish whip, and now hooked by the head. Oh! Big brainbuster there. Now Saki falling up off the ropes. Big boot throw right for her face. Cover. Lara press kick out with the right shoulder too. Oof. Of course, the tag team chemistry here right now stronger on the Cosmic Angels, but right now Brittany Brooks and Saki are working very well together. And of course, we're going to see all sorts of combinations here of familiar partners and unfamiliar partners. Oh, man, with the sliding lariat by Brittany. And the cover on Aya gets a 2 count on one half of the New Blood Tag Team Champions. And New Blood Tag Team Champions, by the way, the genesis of the Stardom town. Oh, man. Pinpoint kick to the hamstring. Follow-up, running drought kick. Takes Brittany down. Now immediately goes in the cover. Full body. It's a 2 count. And, of course, Aya Sakura, former Sendai Girls Junior champion. Tag made now to Natsupoi. And Natsupoi right now up to the top rope. As this fairy might be looking to show her wings tonight. And soars with a crossbody. Cover 2. And Brittany able to get the shoulder up. Now look for the Juju Katami cross arm breaker. And, of course, as tradition in Japanese wrestling matches, they have time stamps for how long the match goes. We are now 5 minutes in this opening contest as Brittany drags her reach up to the bottom rope to force the break. That's the only thing she could do there to literally save her arm. Brittany Brooks, of course, 5'5", 136 pounds. And a kick right now, attacking the arm up against the bottom rope as Brittany right now seriously needs to get back up. And Natsupoi, the high-speed freight looking to follow through. And Brittany able to slide out of the way. Side knee strike to the side of the head. Great move there by Brittany. Now hoisting up Natsupoi. Whoop. Nope. Point of the elbow to the back of the head. Natsupoi able to escape what possibly was going to be the Brittany bomb. And connected with a vicious elbow. And Brittany answering in kind. But don't let the size of Joshi's and don't let the size of Japanese women professional wrestlers fool you, folks. They get stronger than most people here in America. Ooh, man or women. And Brittany right now trying to tee off against Natsupoi. And Natsupoi, of course, had her last rivalry and Stardom against former talent Thekla, known as the Idol Killer. Then running drop and turning Brittany sideways. A nice run up there with the drop kick as well. And Natsupoi right now fully in control of her opponent. Bringing Brittany back towards center. Hook of the head. Might be looking for the fisherman buster. Brittany able to escape. Breaks the grip. For the clothesline. Oh, man. A boot by Saki. Now hoist it up. Backdrop suplex. Dropping down the cover. And Aya with the save in the last second. A smart move there to break off that fall as Saki was trying to prevent her from doing that. Brittany Brooks right now and Natsupoi, the two illegal women here. Oh, open palm strike. I heard the stink on that. Oh! Running in with the kick. Super kick by Natsupoi and Aya and Natsupoi teeing off with the axe kicks to the back of Brittany in stereo. Follow through, jackknife, float over, covered. Saki breaks it up with a vicious stomp. Aya sent to the outside. Natsupoi, though, got to deal with now with both women. Saki hooking up Natsupoi. Oh, able to escape. Another big elbow strike. And right now, looking to pick up speed off the ropes. Oh, man, it runs to a double kick. And that might wipe Saki out of the equation. As Aya Sakura goes to the outside, Natsupoi still legal with Brittany Brooks. The fairy stream, the swinging net breaker with the bridge kick out at 2. Whoa. And Natsupoi literally on the doorstep there, putting down the FSW Women's Champion. Looking maybe to go up top there. And it might be the end, looking for maybe the double foot stomp. Oh! Cartwheel splash, and that is it. Natsupoi and Aya Sakura with the win. Well done to Natsupoi, the high-speed fairy, and the high kick angel of the ring, Aya Sakura, with a big win here for Cosmic Angels tonight at Queendom 2026. Well done. But a good showing here for Brittany Brooks and Saki for our first time ever duo. And also a Brittany first ever impression in the Wonderworld Stardom ring. And I'm sure she's still nowhere near done with her current booking ventures in Las Vegas. Yeah, about to say, we see Brittany Brooks right there, still trying to recover. I mean, again, Saya Kamatani is hell-bent on killing the Cosmic Angels as we know it, and very well might do that later this month, April 27th, at Queendom, if she beats Sakura Karawa and defends successfully the World of Stardom Championship 1 year ago, ending Tam Nakano's career, and 1 year later might end the entire faction's existence. Well done, though, tonight, though, the Aya Sakura and Natsupoi for the win. And again, Brittany Brooks, if y'all ain't following her, what are y'all doing? Like, seriously. Brittany Brooks, center of attention for a reason. Hell of a worker. And I wonder when next time we'll see Saki in a World of Stardom ring. And now we wait for our next contest here. See what opens up the festivities next. Oh, here we go. Opening our tag match, Maika, Mina Shirakawa, and Hanako taking on Rina Yamashita, Azuki, and Suzuki. The first time Mina Shirakawa graces the Wonder World Stardom ring since last year in Las Vegas at American Dream 2025 as the leader of Mi Vida Loca, her faction, all about living a crazy life. Crazy Girl Suzuki and Rina Yamashita make their entrance first. And of course, Suzuki, a sister of Julia back in Ice Women Wrestling. Of course, they had their fallout, though, during their respective times in Stardom, as Julia, of course, now went on to become a WWE superstar. And this one might get a little bit wild if you catch my drift. Taking on Empress Nexus Venus, a little bit of faction warfare before Bozilla got injured. Bozilla, Zuzu, Rina, and company were literally at war against Maika, Hanako, and all of Empress Nexus Venus in 8-woman tag team match. Again, I wish the best to recovery to Bozilla, the most powerful European powerhouse. Get well soon and start destroying people again. And of course, Rina Yamashita introduced the Suzuki at Freedoms in a freaking death match before joining Suzuki's faction in Stardom. And Rina Yamashita, of course, one of the baddest bitches you ever see in that ring. And I mean that politely. Rina Yamashita, by the way, that don't know, she has been involved in this game for 12 years, trained by Sawako Shimono, was primarily, whoop, there goes my feet for some reason, was primarily involved in and out of her time all over Japan, whether it was Freedoms or whether it was, of course, Choco Pro. Of course, talking about Emi Sakura earlier. And I am so glad this woman never retired from wrestling. The wild heart still keeps beating. Very unique third component to this team that, of course, is not part of any faction right now, I believe. Hazuki, of course, trained by Fuka, who was instrumental in Stardom's genesis. And, of course, Hazuki, former member of Oedo Tai, involved 11 years in this game. And as I said, she is the current Spark Joshi World Champion. A former multiple-time Gods of Stardom tag team champion with Koguma 3 times as part of FWC and Stars, and former high-speed champion and CMLL Japan Women's Champion. Many people might know Hazuki when she took Mercedes Moné on to the limit for the NWW Strong Women's Championship, was also involved literally 2 years ago at Sakura Genesis for the NWW Strong Women's Champion, IWGP Women's Championship against Asume and Mercedes Moné. And of course, one of the most disciplined competitors in the Joshi circuit. And of course, last time we saw Hazuki in a Stardom ring, FWC and Saki Kashima lost to Empress Nexus Venus. As you see, Hazuki sporting the Spark Joshi World Championship. Hazuki's been one of my favorite wrestlers out of Japan, like, period. She's held that title now for over 360 days. Her last defense was against Maya World last year in June. After this title was, of course, vacated, and Hazuki beat Lena Cross to earn it. As we get ready now for someone with the traditions rooted in Japanese wrestling as much as Hiroki Goto and the leader of Empress Nexus Venus. On the other side, former World of Stardom champion Maika, teaming alongside her Twin Tower partner in Hanako, former future Stardom champion, and reuniting with longtime sister Mina Shirakawa as part of this faction. Emerge, of course, Donna Del Mundo and, of course, Club Venus, Empress Nexus Venus. I've been waiting for a long time to, of course, see Maika and Mina once again reunite. As we welcome, of course, Micah in alongside Hanako. Micah, by the way, trained by Taka Michinoku. So what? Involved in this game for 8 years. Hey, here we go. The only theme I know in the wrestling business that makes you dance to an accordion, because everyone in the world loves and wants Mina. As Mina Shirakawa returns home. Welcome back, Mina Shirakawa. Baze, literally a year ago, the last time we saw Mina Shirakawa in a Wonder Stardom ring alongside Rachel Rose, losing to Hazuki and Suzuki in tag team action, but still sporting a smile as always. I still remember her incredible rivalry with the Golden Phoenix, Saya Kamatani, over the Wonder of Stardom Championship. And Mina, of course, former Wonder Stardom, Goddess, Artist, Future Stardom, and Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Champion. Now fully all lead after leaving Japan to live her dream. But it's got to feel good to return home once in a while, even if it's once a year. Hanako, who held on to the Future Stardom Championship for a great duration, still only 3 years, known as the 181 centimeter tall Wonder Tower. And has been underneath the tutelage of Micah. Ah, Mina. An incredible reception here for everyone's favorite, Mina Shirakawa, because we all want Mina. Coming home where it all began for her in her young career in the Wonder Stardom ring. As of course, we've seen the evolution of all 3 of these women throughout their time in Stardom and All Elite Wrestling. Of course, not the first time we've seen Micah on the other side of the pond. We've seen her, of course, in Ring of Honor in an incredible 6-woman Stardom showcase. Personally, I hope that Ring of Honor does that again. Familiar foes, familiar allies on both sides in this trios women's match. And Mina is ready. She is all smiles. I think she wants to kick things off here. And the crowd wants Mina. It looks like they're going to get it. Now, who is she going to go against? Bell rings are underway, and it looks like Mina is going to get the crazy girl, Suzuki, although Mina could be a bit crazy herself, whether she's drunk or sober. Great homecoming here. Reception for Mina Shirakawa. As I said, they have not met each other ever, actually, one-on-one, I believe. Stiff Khan have a tie-up here with Suzuki, who literally decided to do things on her own and literally branch out on her own through Stardom. Involved now in the game for 7 years, trained under Prominence Wrestling by the, I believe, now retired Risa Sura, known as the Violent Prodigy. Ooh, bidding Starlet. Pretty much every title except the World of Stardom Championship and the SWA Undisputed Championship, Mina Shirakawa has held. Now it's Suzuki in control. They're going to follow through with a vicious knee in the corner in the run-up. And of course, Suzuki, still very young, 23 years of age, blocks the forearm. Ooh! And clocks Mina with that elbow. Mina follows suit, though. Nice toe trip, though. And now Mina got Suzu where she wants. Looking to maybe spring over the tornado. Cover 2. Count only. Imagine it ended that quickly. I don't want Mina's time to that quickly with her return to Stardom. Don't know about y'all. And right now, Mina in control of Suzuki. A swing and a miss. Whoa. There we go. Mina showing off as only she can. Oh, God, it paid for it. Vicious kick to the spine. And now Hazuki and Rina taking down Micah and Hanako and isolating Mina. That's not good. Suzuki, former, as I said, Regina the Wave champion, Artist of Stardom champion alongside Hai Kaguri and Risa Simi of Prominence, and former Gods of Stardom champion alongside Naisira as Crazy Star before leaving Neo Genesis and creating her faction, Vivita Loca. Big scoop slam there. And a very like a Dare to Go cover. I feel like Hazuki fits pretty well in Vivita Loca. That's just me. Baze just happy to join the beatdown here as Suzuki at times have been really trying to tell Stardom to step up or show me what you're made of here. Remember, she took Starlight Kid's mask, running drop kick there by the Wild Heart. At one point, contemplating retirement. Staying right on top of Mina Shirakawa right now, braced up against the ropes. And use it to her advantage. And right now, just watching her face with her boots, the split toe boots, Hayabusa special. Oh, good gosh. And Mina, that taunting just turned her sideways. Drive towards center. Hazuki, cover. And Mina gets the left shoulder up at 2. And Hazuki, of course, former Artist of Stardom champion, 4-time Artist of Stardom champion, part of Queen's Quest with Io Shirai, Asume, Viper, Momo Watanabe, former high-speed champion for 208 days, former 3-time Gods of Stardom champion alongside Koguma in Stars, also known as the high-speed genius, and of course also Oz Academy Tag Team champion, and as I said, currently the Spark Joshi World champion. Now, Hazuki showing her wild side, teeing off against Mina. And the fury of that exchange. Good grief. Irish whip. Mina sent off the ropes and up and around. Whoa! With a takedown on Hazuki. Followed through with a short-range drop kick. Hazuki and Mina both back down on the canvas. Critical moment here for Mina to make the tag to Hanako. The Twin Tower stand tall and ready, and the tag made to the former future Stardom champion. And now here comes Hanako, who held that title for 169 days, was also previously the New Blood Tag Team champions, alongside Waka Toshiyama. Now in the Argentine backbreaker, this statuesque competitor, by the way. Oh, Rina with the midsection kick. 5'11", 165 pounds. Now Rina and Hazuki trying to double team Hanako. Zero F's attitude. How fitting. Hazuki unable to hit her, and Hanako able to catch Rina in the opposite corner. Now catches Hazuki in the opposite corner. And Hanako, the big boot through Hazuki's face. Good grief. And a lateral press and the cover. And a kick out at 2.5 by Hazuki. Woof. As I said before, Hanako, only 3 years involved in this business. Of course, 1/3 of the sisters of Stardom, including Hanan and Rina. Oh, that boot to the side of the head, driving Hanako almost out of the ring. Back towards center, lateral press, the cover by Hazuki. Gets 2.5. And 5 minutes have officially passed in that match as the tag's been made to Rina Yamashita. And Rina Yamashita, by the way, the most unhinged person, if you can believe that, in this match. And following through here, picking up the velocity and the ferocity. Now trying to hoist up Hanako. Trying to keep her feet on the ground. Of course, you all saw probably Yamashita during the freaking Desperate Invitational literally last night. Big forearm smash there. And good to see you, Sifet. Thanks for tuning in, pal. Hope that you are doing well. Now, Rina teeing off against Hanako. The big elbow. Hanako. Oh, gosh. Just a big old kick. Oh, Rina refusing to go down. Double bird, Stephen Zaguri takes Hanako down. And right now, Hanako and Rina, the 2 lead women in the ring, now trying to hoist up the Twin Tower. A big old power slam. Wow. I'm about to say the referee even impressed there, I guess. I'm about to say, Justin Boyd, you need to be impartial, though, here, dude. And right now, looking to fire up. Clothesline. Hanako, though, refusing to go down. The size of Hanako always impresses me, by the way. Again, the irreversible force meets immovable object, as neither of these moving right now are given an inch. Irish whip. And Rina. Reversal by Hanako. Off the ropes. Oh, man. Takes Rina down that time. And Rina, former DDT Ironman Heavy Metal champion, Super Asia champion, GCW Ultra Violent champion, and current BBW Joshi Tag Team champion. Oh, man, towering suplex. And both women down. And now we're at a reset point here. Critical moment for both to make the tag. Maika and Suzuki stand ready. And tag made to Zuzu, tag made to Maika. Maika, who just came back recently from an injury, by the way, to get Empress Nexus Venus back on track, teeing off against the leader of the Vida Loca. These two literally had a war, not only over the 5-star Grand Prix, but the World of Stardom Championship that Maika eventually beat Suzuki for when it was vacated. Oh, man! Taking down with a jackhammer. Ooh, and gets a 2 count as Suzu kicks out with a 40. And right now, both these women, oh, man, just ran into that elbow. The hell of a showdown here, by the way. I think these two are on the verge of another singles showdown at some point at this rate. Now, Empress Nexus Venus trying to take over. Hanako using Mina up high on the tower's shoulders. Beautiful takedown corkscrew splash. Now, Micah in control of Suzuki as Empress Venus isolates the rest of the field. Bad drop suplex takes Suzu down. Micah, here's the cover. Hook at the far leg, the side press, and a kick out at 2. Woof. Suzuki, of course, been involved in this business for 7 years. Trained out of Providence and Ice Ribbon. And a former Gods of Stardom champion, as I said. Codebreaker by Suzuki to Micah. And right now, Vivito Loca and Suzuki have isolated Micah in the ring. Triple thrust kick. Triangle connection. That might be it. Cover. Hook of the leg. And Mina and Hanako with the save. And Hanako made this thing breaking down. But then again, with Vivito Loca, you're always going to be in for a crazy night. Just saying. And right now, Micah trying to get back to her feet as Hanako. Whoa. Oh, man. Countering the Shining Wizard into a powerbomb. And rolling through. Nearly caught her there for 2. And right now, looking for the tequila. Tequila Sunrise 2. Oh, man, nearly got her. A hell of a win that would have been right there with her version of the lightning spiral. The tequila shot. And Suzuki right now looking for some high-risk offense. Going up to the top rope. Mina, though, and Hanako trying to stop her on the ascent. And a great job by the Empress Nexus Venus cohorts to come to the aid of their leader. As Mike again, from a World of Stardom, Artist Gods, and Future Stardom champion. Micah, I sense disaster. Superplex! And Suzuki and Micah crash down hard. And neither woman unable to go for the cover, though. And Micah favoring the small of her back. As Hanako, Mina, and Micah isolate Suzuki. We are 10 minutes now involved in this match, and we might be looking for a triple team here. What is this? And Mina climbing and scaling Micah and Hanako with Suzuki, literally held in position. Oh, no. What the hell? Oh, man. An ascended splash. And Micah with the cover. Oh, man, and running knee strap by Suzuki. Ball spinning back fist by Mina. First kick by Mina. It's all breaking down. Close on by Hanako, drops Mina. Damn. I love this freaking company. And right now, back to square one with the leaders of the respective factions. Micah and Zuzu went for the rolling discus. Caught with an elbow, though. And Zuzu right now beating Micah to the punch, literally. Caught, though. Mitsunoka driver! How fitting. Now Micah with the cover of the back press. Hooking their leg. And then up. No! They're able to kick out at 2.5. And Micah might need to hit that Michinoku driver too if she wants to put down crazy girl Suzuki like she's done in the past. And Vivito Loca getting the better of Empress Nexus Venus. Just literally earlier this month, vicious suplex by Zuzu. And Micah, with a crazy look at her face, this gets close on the back of the head of Suzuki. It's always the shots you can't see out of the worst because you can't scout them. And now Micah hoisting up Zuzu with the arm wringer. Oi! And a headbutt. Suzuki dropping Micah with that one. But I don't know how much Zuzu actually hates Micah. And I think you just got to point there how much she made, though. Big right hand, though. Missed the buzzsaw kick. Now bring up the arm. And hoist it up. Mitsunoka driver! Is it enough? That is it. Mitsunoku driver 2 for the win. And Empress Nexus Venus getting the better of Vivito Loca tonight. at American Dream 2026. Good grief. Much needed momentum needed for Empress Nexus Venus ahead of course, the cleanup pay-per-view where we know that Suzuki and Maika are not too far away with another singles collision. And also, both women might be looking towards the 5-star Grand Prix. But a great 6-win, a great return home for Mina Shirakawa as well. Oh, good grief. And back here in Las Vegas, a great return home to form for Mina Shirakawa, getting the win alongside her Empress Nexus Venus sisters. Well done to Maika, Hanako, and Mina. I feel like Azuki still wants to fight Mina again here soon. And of course, no love lost with Suzuki and Maika. I hate with those two. And Mina squared up. Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, boy! Mina and Azuki, a little bit of a reminder of how much they love to hit each other. Anyway, congratulations. And again, folks, you can follow Stardom via the World of Stardom on the X or the World of Stardom service, much like New Japan World, if you want to follow and watch along with Stardom and see the rising talent for this all-women's Joshi leading promotion. Congratulations again to Mina, Maika, and Hanako, victorious night American Dream 2026 in Las Vegas. That was really good stuff. As we, of course, get ready now for our next match here. Oofa. And right now, we're just waiting to see how the card changes. Again, thank you for those that are tuning in. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. And I hope that you all enjoying this. As we, oh boy, get ready for our next match. Our next match is Athena versus Rina for the first time ever. This is going to be good. The Pink Devil herself that has truly broken out more into her own devilish demeanor. And of course, the youngest of the three sisters, Rina, this all-rounding young upriser for Oedo Tai and former New Blood Tag Team Champion and future Stardom Champion, held that title for 512 days, currently 1/3 of the Artist of Stardom champions, and was very close to making it to the end of the 5-star Grand Prix and this year's Cinderella tournament, losing to Hanan in the finals. For the first time in the United States, Rina ascends on this stage. Of course, sporting the pink title is, of course, one of our biggest inspirations is the late, great Hana Kimura, of course, who always said, everything is different, everything is okay. Shout out to Cyber Tokyo Squad. Yes, sir. One of our biggest inspirations in this business. And of course, Hid coming off a 14-woman loss against Cosmic Angels ahead of Saya Kamatani, the Phoenix Queen, defending the Royal Storm Championship. 7 years of experience for this 19-year-old individual. I want you all to put that in perspective. 7 years, and she's not even 20 years old yet. And she's got a hell of a mountain to climb if she's going to defeat this violent individual. I don't know if I would have been happy to pick this card. Oh, boy. You want to talk about unstoppable, violent trailblazers that lead the future? Look no further than the fallen gods of Athena. 37 years of age, 18 years involved in the game, trained by Lance Hoyt and Booker T. Our minion overlord, our forever Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, who's held this title now for 1,224 days. 36 official defenses, 70+ combined across Proving Ground matches, including just recently against the real deal, Zeta Steel. There is only one face of honor, and that is Athena. Athena, who has literally taken her career to a whole nother level these last 3 years alone. Rediscovering herself. Much like Rina has this last year alone. But of course, she has had bad luck recently with Josie's losing to Suzuki for her chance at the Ember Strong Women's Championship. I'm about to say it though, if Rina upsets the woman that beat the likes of Thekla, Momo Watanabe, freaking insert name here, not named Mercedes Monet, I will be shocked. coming off wins in Japan, in Canada, in America, beating Taylor Rising, Maya World, Persephone, Nina Shirakawa, La Catalina, Billy Starks, and as I said earlier, Thekla. We'll see if the Code of Honor is adhered to. Code of Honor. Oh! And the bell rings as Rena just spit in the face of Athena. And clearly, Rena chants right out loud and proud. Everyone knows who Rena is. Some people like to worship. Some people like to worship Rena. Oh God! And a vicious stiff elbow received for that side disrespect. And a snot rocket. Okay, I knew these two are not going to play nice. Arm drag escape. Arm drag takeover on Rena. Follow up single leg drop kick takes Rena down the early going. But I say, many people like to believe that this is Athena's world. We're just living in it. Right now, Rena wants to take presence and take over it. Oh, man, went for the low pin, got caught with an elbow. An explosive offense snuffed out of her right now. And Rena and Athena fighting on the outside. This is extremely dangerous. But for these two, probably the most comfortable. Pop up, got hoisted up. Uh-oh. And now Rena able to escape Athena's clutches for the powerbomb. Big boot drives Athena down. And of course, Rena showing that she's absolutely fearless. Not being intimidated at all by the pressure on hand with the comparator she's in the ring with, driving the knees down through Athena's chest. And right now, Athena on the back seat. Not often you see that, especially in the early going of a match. And of course, right now, Billy Starks, who has been underneath the tutelage of Athena. That's a big boot delivered there by Rena. I wouldn't mind seeing Rena versus Billy Starks, honestly. I think that would be a very violent, dynamic match. Rena and Konami, of course, part of the Gods of Stardom Tag League last year, had a great run, but were eliminated close to the semifinals. And as I said, Rena just lost the Cinderella Tournament this year to previous Cinderella Tournament winner, Hanan, who will challenge Konami for the Wonder Stardom Championship. And now just whipping Athena by her hair. What a hair bill. Good grief. And Rena right now, of course, Rena, appears to challenge Konami for the Wonder Stardom Championship, and it was stopped due to referee's decision back at New Year's Stars at the beginning of the new year. And Rena right now driving her boot through the throat of Athena. And Rena right now has been in full control here of our forever immediate overlord and Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Oh, and a spit in the face. Oh, and a schoolgirl roll up the cover. 2 counts. And I keep in mind, oh, man. A big elbow, though. And again, Rena doesn't give a damn if you're a referee, competitor, commentator. It doesn't matter. That pink devil has no goodness inside her. And right now, Athena getting the boot wash, and Rena with a chin lock applied here. Almost an accolade of sorts being applied here against Athena. Of course, the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship is not on the line here tonight, but Rena might literally punch her ticket towards the forbidden door with a performance against Athena if she beats her. Again, the power, though, of Athena coming into play, and the rear naked choke being applied now by Rena. Scissor being applied here as the tail of the tape will show you the size and power discrepancy. We all know how dangerous a tiny can be. And Rena, as I said, is 5'4", 117 pounds with a background in judo. And a snapmare. Ow, and a kick to the back of the head. Another vicious kick to the side of the head of Athena, just booting her opponent. Oh, and another vicious elbow by Athena. But I say the champion's not going to take any of this insulting without a receipt. And both of these women just teeing off right now, meeting boot to boot in the middle of the ring. I am loving this. Oh, man, that boot takes down Athena. Now, Athena right now trying to get back into this fight, and clearly does not have the psychological advantage here, but the power game coming to play, catching her and hooking her. Oh, STO. Step down for the moonsault. Rena able to escape, falls through another single leg drop kick, takes Athena down. And so far, a lot of the wrestlers have not been able to keep pace or keep Athena grounded. And so far, Rena has been very good at doing that. A small discrepancy here. Athena, 5'2", 121 pounds. Background, of course, in softball and tennis. Trained again by Booker T. Oh, Taken down with the driver. Look at the leg. It's a 1 count. And that just goes to show the testament of Athena showing no signs of weakness here after this onslaught by Rina. I'm about to say, Rina, though, I don't think she knows she's going to put away the champion like that, but she's got to know that she's in control, just mounting and ground and pound right now, teeing off against Athena. I wonder how Athena feels facing somebody, preferably that's more violent than her at a younger age. Oh, man, just throwing herself for Rina. Press kick to the midsection, knee lift. Here's a Guri, free of offense, rocks Rina to the corner. Oh. And we are 5 minutes in on this match. And now Athena falls through. Somersault forearm. Brings Rina towards center, now up the second, feeling strong here with the springboard cross body to cover the lateral press. Is enough kick out at 2. Oh. Great momentum here by Athena now, in control of her opponent, now mounting Rina, and Rina might be punished for her sins. Clubbing shot overhead. Of course, we talk about Mina Shirakawa. Of course, Mina Shirakawa and Rina have their own tumultuous history in Stardom as well. I mean, you could literally put Rina versus blank, and you would see the track record of Rina. And trying to keep Rina down, looking for the double underhook. Rina fighting back, though. Drops Athena front first to the second rope. And now going off. The boot to the side of the head again, turning the falling goddess sideways, staggering her to the blue corner. And the Irish whip. Reversal by Athena. Rina sends the red turnbuckle. Gets the boot up again. That difference, that kicking background. Right now playing heavily in favor of Rina. That's out. Drop kick out of the corner. Sends Athena up and over. And now Rina once again in control. Hoisting up Athena. Pausing looking for the Northern Light suplex with a bridge. The cover. 2. No. Oof. Not able to bridge up on the toes. More firmly planting her feet on the mat. Definitely aiding Athena there with not as much of his pressure on the base of that Northern Light suplex. And Rina again dragging Athena towards the drop zone. It's amazing how much Rina has literally controlled most of this match. And you would probably not expect that from this young competitor in the first ever one-on-one encounter. Now Posse looking for double stomp. Athena with a roll inside though, and Joshua destruction. Now Athena back on her feet, swinging the mitts, Rina off the ropes, up and around. Into the submission hold. The Iron Octopus applied. And right now, again, shout out to the late, great Hana Kimura, who again was heavily instrumental in inspiring young Rina. And right now, again, the strength of Athena taking back control here, though. That's not good. Oh, wow. Handstand escape, went for the DDT and able to escape. Now Rina caught with an uppercut. And Athena right now trying to rethink, and Rina falls in, though, again, keeping close proximity to her opponent. Rina came to play tonight and came to fight. Again, ducks underneath the clothesline, catch Athena with another vicious boot. Blocks the lariat, though, and oh, man, big Saito suplex by Athena, finally catching Rina. But Rina back to her feet. Judo takeover. And both women down. Woo. Talk about all the time, of course, how vicious of a judo background that Rina has, of course. And now that both women are down here towards center, they'll see a wicked smile on Athena. She's probably loving this test, this punishment, this challenge. Referee Bob Sasaki right now checking on both competitors, as Rina has literally been involved in nothing but Stardom since 2017. Originally starting things off as a freelancer alongside Hanan, Hina, and Ruka. And again, right now, that first shot, first shiver exchange here. Both women to their knees, both women meeting with elbows. Pointing the head that time by Athena to Rina. Again, Athena slowly staggers, but so does Rina. Rina with the windup hits her with a vicious elbow. Athena answering in kind. And it's going to be a really critical moment here to see who gets the better of this exchange. Another elbow. Open palm now by Athena. And Rina staggering to the ropes. Bazay, do not count either of these competitors out, as they've just unleashed everything right now. And both these women training bombs below the wing. Vicious forearm exchange being applied here in close proximity. Rina getting the better of it though. Rocking the falling goddess. We are 10 minutes now into this match. Now Rina off the ropes. Oh, it runs right into Athena's boots. That's some malice behind it. Oh, man, and a punt kick drives me to the outside. And now Athena might be looking to go what she went for at the very start of this match. The looping suicida. Right into the barricade, almost crushing Aya Sakura in the process. Aya Sakura nearly was instrumental contact. Rina, though, went for the boot again. Athena up and under. Hooks up Rina. Uh-oh. Spinning tombstone pile driver. Cover. 2 kickouts. Able to get the shoulder up at 2.5. And Fiona already counting 2-3 faster than Mr. Barb Sasaki. And Fiona right now at that moment of disbelief that we rarely see, but primarily have seen in the past with Joshi's. But Rina at this point is just proving that she belongs with the best in this business. No matter how violent, no matter how accolade you are, no matter where you come from, don't underestimate the Pink Devil. And again, at this point, though, Athena might be trying to insult her opponent, maybe trying to just build her own self-confidence, feeling very mighty and high of herself. And right now, Rina literally down the mat as Athena makes the ascent, possibly looking for the ult face. And Rina, ticks out Athena's base. Great homework done by Rina, scouting the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Putting her down by her hair, now hoisting her up. Wait a minute. Oh, crucifix driver, cover, 2, deep roll out, 2 counts. Nearly getting the 3. Now Rina, up on the shoulders, takedown, gory bomb. The Pink Devil, just a half, cover, 2, and no, kick out 2.5. Just getting the shoulder up before the 3 as Rina nearly pinned the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion with the Pink Devil, the gory bomb. And in fact, this is not even for a championship. If this was proving ground, Rina would already be getting a shot for the title. Very few women outside a championship match have hung with Athena longer than 10 minutes. And Rina's done that. And once again, hooking the arms. Looking for maybe one more time to reverse. Whoa, able to skip out of the back. Push off the ropes. Pop up. Plants her with a power bomb. Rolls her through, and Athena, in full control here. I think she's done playing. Athena with the takeover into the Koji clutch. The submission in the middle of the ring, and Rina with no choice but to tap out after that face first impact on the strand of the neck. Athena wins, and she is not letting go of Rina after that vicious onslaught brought. Athena literally keeping Rina down and holding her beyond the referee's decision as the fallen goddess rises to the occasion once again. But what an incredible effort by the Pink Devil against the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. I'm about to say, even Athena needs to have some respect for that sort of violent opponent. Good grief. I'm about to say, Athena with the nod there. And of course, Rina with the emphatic fuck you. As only Rina can. That's Athena right now. Giving Rina her just due, and rightfully so. She may fuck off the respect, but bottom line, she earned it. But either way, Athena wins here tonight in Las Vegas. All hail the fallen goddess, your meaning overlord, and forever Ring of Honor Women's World Champion. Man. Athena, again, is on another damn level in this business. And Rina very well might join suit sooner rather than later after a match like that. Again, her first time here in the States. in a high pressure situation like that, nonetheless. Incredible effort by the Pink Devil. And certainly will not be her last impression, I'm sure, against anybody like that. All right. Well, much like Japanese shows, we're going to take a short intermission. So, again, allow me to remind and encourage all of you to please follow us here at Cinema Studios for everything that is to follow. As of course, right now, they literally are showcasing what's ahead at their next pay-per-view. If you want to follow Stardom, go check out their next pay-per-view, the biggest supercard of the spring season, All-Star Grand Queendom 2026, where, as I talked about earlier, Sakura Karara will challenge Sayaka Karara, it's easier for me to say again. She will challenge Sayaka Kamitani for the World of Stardom Championship, the red belt, the most precious prize in Stardom, where Saya pretty much at this point 1 year later says, once I beat you, Cosmic Angels might as well be dead. Again, you want to learn more information about the current outlook of Stardom and the World and Wonder Goddess and Artist Stardom Championships, the High Speed Championship. Go to Stardom Word of the Day, become a subscriber, and use hashtag Stardom to be part of the conversation. And I am definitely going to watch that pay-per-view. I'll face you at the next show, March 15th at Yokohama Budokan. So give me your answer by then. As of course, Sayaka Kamitani has literally been preying upon the shattered foundation of the Cosmic Angels after retiring Tam Nakano last year. And again, folks, I hope that you're all enjoying the conversation, reactions, discussions, and the coverage of all things wrestling here at, of course, the Similar Studios. Karara was able to beat Sayaka Kamitani with her own version of the violent screwdriver, the finisher used by Tam Nakano. As we got, again, a sport intermission, I encourage you all to go grab a drink, take a break, and we will be back here when action continues. So, again, please stay tuned for what's ahead. I will see you after this intermission concludes. Stay tuned. All right, and welcome back. Wait a minute. What the hell? Uh, Welcome back into the Stardom 2026, folks. And apparently we have the president of Stardom in the ring, Okada. Well, this is interesting. Okay. Apparently very happy to be here and thank everybody for watching and buying the pay-per-view. Happy to be in the U.S. Stardom is number one. Ishiban, I agree. And what? Wait a minute. She can't be here. Oh no! Okada, the bane of your existence is back! Thekla! Thekla's back in the Stardom ring! The person that Okada fired because she assaulted him! And she's wearing the AEW Women's World Championship. Thekla's back in Stardom! Oh no. Okada, you might want to turn around. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh man. The fallout with these two. Ah, well, no love lost there. Taking down through Okada. I knew Thekla couldn't stay away from Stardom forever. Call him a dumb bitch. I dig in my territory. Coming out all the disrespect. How dare you? She's been for 5 years. Worked hard every single day. What was it for? It was for nothing. Fired her in front of everybody. He did that, yeah. Look at her now. Yeah, current AEW World Champion. Look at her now. Best fucking thing right now. I mean, hard to argue. Because she ever made, I'm gonna tell the world, the AEW Women's World Champion. And you're still a worm. You parasite. Well, no love lost, clearly. I rule this place. There is nothing for you. Let's see this again. I would go to Japan. I would bring my girls. I would hunt you down and beat your ass. Damn. So I guess Fickle has been pretty pissed off since last year, April, apparently. The thing is, I'm already here. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Come on. Thekla, you can't. No. Thekla, you can't do this. Somebody stop her. Security! She got her belt off looking to whip the president government mule. I say, literally, Okada, get the hell out of the ring. Whoa! Okay, Thekla still in hot pursuit. Okada, get the hell out of the plot. Get the hell out of the United States. Well, clearly, Thekla saying there is no forbidden door for you might be a sign of things to come. As we know, Stardom will be part of the Forbidden Door. Of course, that will be coming up this summer. We'll be coming to those studios live Sunday, June 28th, as Thekla, like a bat of hell, looking at least 1 year of pent-up frustration on President Okada, storms into Stardom tonight with the AEW Women's World Championship. That makes me wonder, can we see Thekla defend that title against a Stardom talent in a London Stardom ring? Because it sounds like her and the Triangle of Madness are hell-bent on getting back into Stardom with her at the helm. Jesus. Well, then. I guess Hayden Sakamatani is the only problem to deal with. Jeez. All right. Let's get back to actual in-ring action, shall we? Good grief. Okay. And it is now time for, I believe, our semi-main event for the NJPW Strong Women's Championship, as Saida will challenge Alex Windsor for the gold. This was a match I've been looking forward to all night long. Oh, boy. Sheesh. Still as unhinged as ever, dadgum. Then again, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't expect her any other way. Saida, pound for pound, muscle eater, one of the strongest competitors of Stardom roster, not the strongest, third generation, trained by Kagetsu and Kazuki, known as Gori-Kon, Indie-san, Macho Gori, former Gods of Stardom tag team champion and challenger to the Wonder Stardom Championship last year at Dream Queendom in December, representing Stars. And as you all saw with that video, perhaps you saw like I did, if Sakura loses to Saya Kamatani at Dream Queendom, Cosmic Angels must disband, and the faction will be dead forever. And of course, Saida, with a great run in this year's Cinderella tournament, losing to Miyu Amasaki in the second round. Now Saida squaring up with one of the strongest competitors to come out of the UK. This one held up in regards to the same type of potential as Utami Hayashita. Windsor! Alex Windsor, the first time she met, of course, Saida, they were together on the same side, and it was earlier in January at Stardom New Year's Stars in Corrigan Hall. And like I said, Alex Windsor, of course, comes to us representing All Elite Wrestling, involved 17 years in the game, trained by Ricky Knight, Sweet Saraya, and of course, Jason Cross, a former multiple-time Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Heavyweight Champion, a former Eve Champion, Women of Sports Winner Champion, and of course, the current MJW Strong Women's Champion. 40 days in her current run after beating Shuri at Wrestle Queendom 8 for the title. She is currently the 8th champion in this title's history, following Saya Kamatani, Asume, Mercedes Monet, Stephanie Valkyrie, Julia, and Willow Nightingale. Representing her home country, now representing her promotion, the strongest of UK versus the strongest in Japan in a Wonder Stardom ring, representing All Elite Wrestling and New Japan Pro Wrestling. Tell me that's not a melting pot. As you see, a referee right now holding up the championship here. Windsor has fought long and hard for this title, especially to take it off the former champion in their second ever singles encounter. Good code of respect being shown here. Tell the tape, similar size and body build by both of these incredible powerhouses. And the bell rings are officially underway for our only championship match of the night. Alex Windsor, 5'5", 139 pounds, a technician of the mat. Of course, literally been part of Cosmic Angels and Stars. Saida's been up and down in Stardom. 4'9", 119 pounds, believe it or not, folks, and she is a powerhouse. Literally, a rivalry with Bozilla occurred last year during the 5-star Grand Prix. A stiff kind of a tie-up here in the early going right now with Saida, known as the Super Strong Stardom Machine, has been part of Stardom since 2019. And has rarely been outside the Wonder World Stardom ring. Alex Windsor, though, trapped in the wrist lock here, countering Saida here. Championship gold up for grabs here. Of course, Tao Joji's hands via pinfall or submission inside the ring. And again, working the arm of Alex Windsor. Alex Windsor also coming off that loss against Fekla for the AEW Women's World Championship. The side headlock applied by Alex Windsor to Saida. Just squeezing right now one half of Wing Gory, off the ropes. Of course, Hanan will challenge Konami. Nice headlock takeover there by Alex Windsor. Will challenge Konami for the Wonder Stardom Championship April 27th. Head scissors takedown and able to escape. Able to slip out the legs, lateral press, gets a 1 count. Now both of them figured out speed, slips out the legs for her. Lateral press by Windsor, gets a 1 count. Windsor trying to take Saida up and over, headlock takeover. Again, grounding the Stardom Strong Machine. Super Strong Stardom Machine. Easy way for me to say. And of course, past December, Dream Queendom, an incredible effort against Konami for the Wonder Stardom Championship by Saida. Unfortunately, on the losing end, though. after earning the opportunity and the more contendership against Ami Sourei, of course, of God's Eye, the faction led by Suri. Both of these women meet in the middle with a shoulder tackle. And right now, looking to follow off the ropes. Now it's Windsor. Oh, man, both women collide. Well, both women down, though. Immediately, both women with the kip up, though. Bit of a feeling out process here by these powerhouses of the squared circle. Saida, former Gods of Stardom tag champion alongside Hanan as part of Stars for 207 days. Former New Blood tag team champion also with Hanan for nearly 300 days. And previous Future Stardom champion for 141 days. Windsor able to escape. Andrade takeover on Saida. Another Andrade takeover. And now it's Windsor getting the better of her challenger here. Maintaining his control. Follow up single leg drop kick. Takes Saida outside. As I said, Alex Windsor, former Eve, Rev Pro, WOS, Queen of the Carnival, International Princess Champion. Her longest accolade being the Rev Pro Undisputed British Women's Championship. And a cannonball from the M&M 4 outside Ida, holding that title for nearly 800 days. And of course, yes, folks, she is Mrs. Bruv. But has been doing nothing but leaving lasting impressions in the ring with her strong style, in and out of the UK and America. And now it's Windsor saying Saida back inside the ring, bringing her back in towards center. Now crawls in the cover, hook on the far leg, gets a 2 count on Saida. And now it's Windsor right now, maybe looking to step forward with the sharpshooter. Saida, though, sense of urgency, kicking off Alex Windsor. Not going to let it happen this early. Again, Windsor, though, persistent, looking for the ankle pick. Alex Windsor became All Elite shortly last year prior to All In Texas, where she made her in-ring AEW debut in the Casino Gauntlet. Chest smash right now by Saida. Oh, man. And that forearm met with a receipt by Alex Windsor. And Ida in a world of trouble right now with the legs trapped of the NWA Strong Women's Champion. Trying to fight through here, Saida from underneath. The most powerful competitor with the shortest stature in the Stardom roster. And now Windsor stepping through. Turns her over. Sharpshooter applied, middle of the ring. And Saida in a world of trouble right now. Needs to crawl, of course, short girth to those ropes and able to force the break. I'll say, she did not want to be locked in that hold. Saida with an incredible run in last year's 5-star Grand Prix. Ended with 8 points. Beating the likes of Ayas Sakura, Ruka, and of course, lasting the distance. Whipple's, oh man, got clocked with that running forearm. And now Alex Windsor looking to hook Saida, possible the suplex. Hoist it up. Saida to kick the legs off, though. Still maintains control of the head. Hoist it up again, and Saida still fine back, though. Looking to hoist him out. Windsor gets her over with the suplex. We are 5 minutes in this NWA Strong Women's Championship match. Of course, Alex Windsor won this title. Upper series Monet, jumping elbow drop, hooking the near leg. Side press with Saida gets a 2 count on Collision earlier last year. Alex Windsor, of course, as I talked about before, very rarely showcased in Stardom. In fact, she had her first match in Stardom this year at New Year Dream and has only been involved in tag matches and trios affairs. Chops in the corner now by Saida. And again, just teeing off. Alex Windsor, as I said, has never faced Saida, but has teamed up with her. And again, teeing off like freaking Satoshi Kojima with the machine gun chops in the corner. Double chop, taking Alex Windsor down. Able to hold herself up here. Now hoisted up to the top turnbuckle. I'm going to give a shout out, by the way, to Veda Scott and Tom for their incredible work as the Stardom commentary. And again, right now, Alex Windsor in control of Saida, person the top rope. Might be looking for something big here. Uh-oh. And Saida fighting back with the attempted Fisherman Buster or Mizunoku Driver. And Saida hoisting up Alex Windsor now on horse shoulders. Possibly looking for a muscle buster here. Able to escape those. Alex Windsor goes with a lariat. Catch with an elbow, though. And now Saida flexing off. Look for the first BT. And, oh, man. And just literally just throwing off these vicious short-range lariats by Alex Windsor, standing her ground. Double axe handle. Big clothesline by Saya. Big headbutt by Odds Windsor, clocking Saya down. Oh, jeez. You do not headbutt a Brit, especially if her name is Odds Windsor. Saida right now looking to get back on track here as her tag team partner Wing Gory goes after gold in Stardom. Saida looking for gold in New Japan. Vicious form exchange right now. And the elbows being exchanged here, but both champion and challenger in the middle of the ring. Both Saida and Odds Windsor just teeing off here at the Palms in the Pearl Theater, Night Shop. And still Saida refusing to go down, but that one, a crotcher. Uh-oh, now it's Windsor with that look in her eyes. Another Night Shop finally bends Saida over. And again, Saya, though, jumping forward down like a gorilla, pounding down Windsor with the double axe handle. Follow up again, clothesline, taking down the champion, and Saida right now looking for her second win. And trying to build a new chance with the champion. Psych! Taking down a clothesline by Odds Windsor. And Windsor, look for the short range lariat. Saida, though, and both women of these right now. Watch out, Bullet and Clyde in the middle of the ring. Both go down in a heap. Damn. And right now, our only championship match on this card. And what a first time ever battle for the NWA Strong Women's title. Deep waters here right now for Saida, who's been tested quite a bit through her career, especially against Utami Hayashita during Utami's time in Stardom. Odds Windsor, the first to stir, slowly getting back up to her feet with the help of the ropes. And right now, Saida getting her footing back on the opposite side. Odds Windsor falling in kind with the clothesline. And now Saida, though, falling through Odds Windsor, the opposite side of her own running lariat. Looking for the Irish whip, reversal by Windsor. I'm loving the strong style contest. Up and around, Saida able to escape. The sidestep to Odds Windsor now, and planting her with a spine buster. And Saida falling off of the rebound lariat, send Windsor up and over. Whoa! Saida in the driver's seat, let me become the strongest for NJPW here, now going up to the top rope. There's a reason she's called the super strong Stardom machine. Up to the high-res death stretch, driving her shoulder through the champion. Inside out cover, two, no. Oh, man. Almost literally driving through with a flying shoulder tackle out of the corner off the top rope. And Odds Windsor able to survive. We are 10 minutes in this match. Odds Windsor, as tough as they come, though, tougher than a $2 steak, as one of the greats would say. Hoisted up. Able to escape this brainbuster. On another vicious headbutt. Rocket Saida. And Saida with off, though. Uh-oh. Hoisted up. Oh, the Blue Thunder Bomb by Windsor at the cover to a tag kick out at 2.5 by Saida. And immediately following up on the attack, I'm going to step through now, looking for the sharpshooter once again. All the damage done to the back of Saida, and that sharpshooter is firmly in place. Saida literally down on the mat, wearing all the body weight of Odds Windsor on her head and neck and lower back. Able to crawl her way to the ropes, and that short reach, though, playing to Saida's disadvantage whenever she's in a submission hold. Trying to hold out, trying to survive. Can she find the will to stay in this match with Strowman's championship? And does so to force the break. Ooh, man. Saida was in that sharpshooter for quite a long period of time. Again, the spirit of a warrior, though, the spirit of a strong spirit, if I'm going to be perfectly honest here. Now, Windsor, possibly looking for that driver. Saida trying to fight back, though, clubbing shots. Saida falls for again. Another clothesline. Now, Windsor refusing to go. Oh, man, that one caught her because the bridge of the nose and took her down. Now it looks to trap the arm. The mighty straw, the bridge, the cover. Got a trap. 2 counts. Oh, man. The Indabash almost got Saida the championship. Front kick those, bends Saida backwards. Now that's Windsor looking to hook up Saida. Uh-oh. Oh! Made in Japan as UK wins. Odds Windsor retains. Damn. Well, that was a hell of a heavy-hitting, strong-spirited affair as I expected, with the strongest muscle machine in Stardom and one of the toughest to come out of the UK. Well done to Alex Windsor, her first successful defense of the NWA Strong Women's Championship with Made in Japan. And of course, Japan has disciplined everyone here in Stardom, and Alex Windsor, of course, heavily rooted in the likings of strong style. Alex Windsor still NWA Strong Women's Champion. But Saya Ida definitely made her earn that one. Well done to Windsor. Incredible stuff. That was a really fun battle. I would love to see that run back. And Saya Ida, of course, still so much potential in her young career. So much ahead for her. The 7 years in the game powerhouse, trained by Kagetsu Suzuki. Sky's the limit for Saya Ida. And Hana this year, honestly, we and Gory might go back-to-back, honestly, as tag team champions, for all I know. But in the meantime, Alex Windsor is still the strongest under the New Japan banner. Congratulations, Mrs. Bruv. Leaving Saya Ida the ring, and Saya Ida, boy, she got rocked on that one, though. Good grief. I feel like Saya Ida channels a little bit of the Tomoyoshi E spirit when it comes to fighting and competition. Well done, though, to the super strong Stardom Machine. An impressive impression tonight at American Dream 2026 in Las Vegas. And of course, we'll see what's next soon enough. Oh my God, someone help her. Just freaking fell over. We'll see what's next soon enough for the powerhouse of stars down the line, I'm sure, towards the 5-star Grand Prix. And with that being said, it is now time as we prepare for our main events. Because that's where it's at, damn it! Chris Statlander has landed for the first time ever in a Wonder World Stardom ring. And of course, Chris Statlander, former AEW Women's World Champion and current Pro Wrestling Eve International Champion, with a successful defense against Charlie at Wrestle Kingdom 8, and currently on an escapade as a tag team alongside the Shining Samurai, Hikaru Shida. Chris Statlander, though, might be looking to explore new territories here in the near future. As the Babes of Wrath and Chris Statlander have shaped each other's respective careers, as we welcome in the inaugural AEW Women's World Tag Team Champions and the current still smiling face of TBS, the three best friends, Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron also making her Stardom debut. Of course, Willow Nightingale successfully surviving the comeback of Camille this past Wednesday on Dynamite, still the smiling face of TBS, and Harley Cameron still in the genesis of her career, one half of the Cosmic Babes of Wrath, or 1/3, excuse me, as Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and Harley Cameron have reunited since last year's New Year's Smash. Chris Statlander, of course, out of the Creative Pro Wrestling Academy, and as I said, a literal standard of the AEW women's roster. Harley Cameron, though, so many different types of talents. And of course, Willow Nightingale, former NWA Strong Women's Champion. Makes me wonder if she might have that title in her eyes in the near future. Last time she was involved in Stardom, she defended the TBS Championship successfully last year in May against Tam Nakano. Back at Stardom Flashing Champions 2024, excuse me. As we wait for their adversaries to arrive. Representing Neo Genesis, the daughter of High Speed, the White Tiger, and a literal former high-speed champion, high-speed genius, a literal high-speed dream team, Mai Sera, Starlight Kid, and Asume. And Mai Sera, of course, 23 years of age, 7 years involved in the game, trained by Nagoya, known as the ultimate shooting star. Her tap partner is, of course, Starlight Kid, disciplined and encouraged by El Desperado, but trained by Fuka, known as the Genius Girl, former Wonder of Stardom champion and high-speed champion, and a forever partner and rival, the daughter of High Speed Asume, involved in this game now for 11 years, also trained by Fuka. Literally 3 standards of the original Stardom roster. And of course, they've been through their fair share of faction warfare, whether it was Queen's Quest, Oedo Tai, and of course, forming this new group, Neo Genesis, back in 2024. And Maestria, of course, who last held the High Speed Championship before losing it most recently, held that title for 514 days. Asume, of course, coming off losses against Saya Kamatani for the Individual Strong and World of Stardom Championship, former Individual Strong Women's Champion and multiple-time High Speed Champion. Held that title for a combined 678 days. And Starlight Kid, of course, who just celebrated 10 years in her wrestling career, as I said, the former Wonder of Stardom champion, held that for 309 days before losing it to Konami. Neo Genesis in the building. Neo Genesis showing unity in what feels like a must-win for Stardom and for their group, honestly. And of course, the Cosmic Base of Rap, all 3 of them are likely to go on their separate ways. As I said, Chris Statlander, as I pointed out, former AEW Women's World Champion, the only woman to hold both the AEW Women's World and TBS Championship. And of course, Harley Cameron, Willow Nightingale, former AEW and inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions. Willow Nightingale, a 2-time TBS champion. And we'll see what happens, of course. Where Starlight Kid, of course, was in opposite corners of Asume, of course, building towards their rivalry match to find the lead of Neo Genesis. The bell rings, we are underway as we kick off with Mai Sira and Harley Cameron. This should be an interesting matchup here. Let's see what Harley brings to the former high-speed champion. Mai Sira, of course, outweighs her by experience, 7 years of experience. Irish Whip and Harley Cameron, the treacherous Harley Cameron, sent off to the ropes, the drop down, the escape, and Harley Cameron looking to follow suit. Again, folks, don't blink here in this high-speed contest. Nice Sling Blade takeover by Harley Cameron. Outpacing the high-speed genius nearly going. Mai Sira, though, able to pick out the ankle, looking to fall for again. Oh! The disrespect with a slap of the head. And all 3 of these Neo Genesis ladies are here to send a message on behalf of Stardom to AEW. And right now, Harley Cameron, isolated with all 3 members of the opposite side, as all 3 right now are literally circling Harley Cameron with a trios drop kick. And beautiful follow-through kip-ups by Mai, Asume, and Starlight Kid. You can call her SLK for sure if you want, folks. There's a cover. And a kick out at 1 by Harley Cameron. Of course, Neo Genesis are also former Artists of Stardom Trios champions with Starlight Kid and Asume and Miyu Amasaki, of course, holding those titles for losing them to Hate. Went for the high kick, pump handle, hoisted up, pump handle suplex, bat drop. Cover, and with a capitalize with a near leg, 2 count for Harley Cameron on Asume. Asume, of course, known as the Cyber Cat, the daughter of High Speed, one of the most predominant names you associate with the High Speed Championship, holding it for a combined 778 days. Now, Chris Statlander in for the first member to want to start on ring with Asume, tag made by Nightingale. Quick tag succession being done by the All Elite Trio. Forearm in the corner, and tab made a Chris. And right now, all 3 have isolated Asume in their corner. Asume no stranger to the All Elite stage. Hoisting her up. In the stalling vertical position, Chris Statlander demonstrating the power that brought her to the dance. The galaxy's greatest, someone more than woman. The born again. And the vertical suplex here, pretty much call her all night if she wants to, I imagine. Eventually, assuming they'll have to be let down, Chris. Come on now. Just letting all the blood rush to her head. Damn near close to 30 seconds at this point as Asume tries to kick out. And again, oh man. Finally trying to kick her way out, and Chris finally gives her a release 35 seconds later. Now the cover, hook on the far leg with arrow press, and gets a 2 count. Good Lord. And now Chris teeing off against Asumi. And we see more of a aggressive side, I've got to say, out of Chris Statlander here as it relates to the Women's Championship. We saw emphatically she tried to beat Charlie with 4 Saturday Night Fevers. So again, this new attitude by Chris Statlander might lead to something down the line. And again, I wonder if Karashida has been any influence in this in encouraging it. The Snapmare, but well, Nightingale now bringing Asumi to the ring. Oh man, a single boot taking her down. The Babe with power, of course, surviving defenses recently of her TBS title against Queen Amanada and Karashida. Planted a spine buster and Camille. Match book cover. Starlight Kid with the save. Deep fall there. Of course, we've been seeing Willow Nightingale win with a backslide, a 4 pushing backslide as of late in her matches. Poison of Asumi on her shoulder. Tab made to Harley Cameron. Yeah, scoop slam. Now Willow up the ropes. Kaza, Dora, splash! And the cover, back press on the far leg. It's a 2 count on Asumi. Of course, Harley Cameron and Nightingale have decided to go their separate ways since losing their Double Women's Tag Team Championships to Divine Dominions, Megan Bayne and Lena Cross. And of course, Will Nightingale is still a champion right now. The only of these 3 others a champion. Currently, the smiling face of TBS. Harley Cameron's trying to figure out what's next for her, and Chris Statlander doing things with now Karashida, hoisted up, and Asumi trying to fight back. Doesn't need the clothesline off the ropes, and Asumi turning us up and over. And again, unable to hit the Hurricane Rana, the power stat. And finally takes Chris Statlander up and over. Drop kick by Asumi, trying to bring her team back into this match. Never count out the daughter high speed. An attack made to Starlight Kid, who has really come into her own light this last calendar year. High cross by to Chris Statlander. I really cannot wait to see how Stardom is involved in the Forbidden Door. And of course, y'all can watch Forbidden Door of us at June 28th, represented by AEW. We'll be covering it here at the Super Labo Studios. We are 5 minutes in this trios match, by the way. Standing switches changes by Mai and Starlight Kid with the Bears of Wrath and the crossbody dropkick woman out Harley and Willow in the process. And Chris Statlander, by the way, is legal for the AEW contingency, and so is Starlight Kid. And Starlight Kid right now, Chris Statlander in the boot planter, her in the chest. And Starlight Kid, here goes that standing moonsault, picture perfect. Hook of the leg and a kick out of 2 by Stats. And about to say, it's going to take a lot more than that to keep Chris Statlander down. Starlight Kid, again, who's been involved in this business now for 10 years, trained by Fuka. Sweep of the leg and a forearm by Chris Statlander to take Starlight Kid down. And now Statlander subtly mocking Starlight Kid. Might be looking for her own standing moonsault and crashed on the mat. Starlight Kid able to scout that one. Follow through. A little bit again, one upsmanship. Oh man, it's a big back press kick, pushing the corner. And Chris Statlander fired up here in her Stardom debut. Falls in with the running uppercut. And falls from that was the side and just hits the knee to the side of the head of Starlight Kid, almost driving out of the ring. Now hoisting her up. Oh man, Michinoku driver and broken up by everybody. Spin out Michinoku driver with the leg fisherman. And tag mate. Willow Nightingale right now hoisting up Starlight Kid up on her shoulders. Great tag team chemistry and awareness though, and resilience shown by both sides. Oh man. Willow looking for a heavy seat on Starlight Kid. Starlight would get out of the way and looking to pick up speed here up and around on Willow. Take down Chanel DDT. Able to get the ladder of that exchange here. Speed playing heavily in favor of Neo Genesis this match. Why Power is definitely keeping AEW in the game. Now my Sarah involved here. Sarah, the ultimate shooting star. Flying out here, and Willow catching her, though. Kick out of it again. You're not going to take the Babe of Power like that down. Up in the fireman's carry, up in the shoulder now. And driven back first to the turnbuckle. Oh, able to get out, though. And again, trying to break down the more powerful and statuesque Willow Nightingale. Now looking to fly up the ropes. Oh, man, a lockdown with a lariat or clothesline. She ran into it. Inside out, upside down with the good arm, the right arm. As Chris Statlander wheels on her partner. Up and over looking for maybe a power bomb. And finding out of it though. Able to take her down to the second rope, looking to follow through. A big drop kick now on the apron. Follows in. Sarah, again, don't blink, folks. Running through with the blockbuster. Another cover lateral press gets a 1 count. And I think the weight differential had to heavily play there. Again, Sarah is only 114 pounds, 4'11". Again, Willow Nightingale, though, disorientated, though, and the weight lock applied by Sarah. And Willow Nightingale, just give you a tell of the tape, folks, is 5'6", 183 pounds. Now looking to hook Willow Nightingale. Crucifix bomb! And Willow, though, back up to her feet. They're going to need the clothesline. Big German suplex. Oh, man. Dropped on her head. And powers through. Sarah's fighting spirit coming out. Giving a single leg kick on both these women down. Dropkick taking Willow Nightingale down as Asume and Harley Cameron stand on the apron. Chris Statlander and Starlight Kid right now wielding Sarah and Willow Nightingale in the respective corners. And Tammy to Asume. Tammy to Harley. Asume coming off that great match. At Wrestle Kingdom 8 against Sapphire Reed in victory. At Wrestle Kingdom 8, represented by Pro Wrestling Eve. Again, subscribe to them today on YouTube, folks. Dan Reed and Will Ospreay and Emily doing amazing work in that all-women's promotion, the leading all-women's promotion in the UK. And both these women right now just teeing off with these elbows, now getting to the vertical base. As Harley Cameron clearly wants to make Asume feel the wrath, and literally made her feel that one. And Harley in control right now, looking to follow in. Asume able to get out of the corner. Starlight Kid and Neo Genesis with triple offense here, isolating Harley Cameron now. And the bad situation is Harley with the triple basement drop kick in the corner. Cutter on all three sides there. Now the cover by Asume to win this match gets a 2 count. We are 10 minutes in this main event on this incredibly fun Stardom showcase. Again, Stardom, American Dream Queendom here, 2026 in Las Vegas, in the Pearl Theater, in the Palms. Ooh, high kick by Harley Cameron. And now looking to hook. Asume with a backstabber. Now the cover to win. And broken up by Sarah. Now it's all going to break down. Chris Statlander sitting mightily outside. And Chris Statlander and Harley Cameron working together here. And we'll see what happens here. Up and around. Takedown in the splash. And that might be enough. Sits in the cover. Hook of the leg. But so I can with the double knees in the back of the head. Breaks the fall. What? It's a pump kick by Stat. High kick by Asume rocks Grits. High kick by Harley rocks Asume. Another vicious high kick drops Harley Cameron. Asume no one left standing. And if you can kick, I can kick you too. Of course, Stardom, their discipline, of course, in high proficient kicking, striking style has been the MO of this company since day one. Now Willow with up on the shoulders. Oh man, a drop down to the rest of the floor. Almost a waist slam from the apron to the floor. Good Lord. Willow Nightingale all fired up. You're still sporting the wounds of battle. These last two defenses of the TBS title with heavy tape over the left shoulder. Currently her second run as TBS champion. Now trying to wheel Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander back in this. Bringing Asume back in the ring. Harley Cameron and Asume are the two legal women here. And I believe Harley Cameron might be squaring up Asume. Bang! Knee shot to the face, the cover, over the leg to win! Broken up in the last possible second. Oh, man. Jonathan's right now demonstrating what really brought these three together. Now Willow trying to get the better of them. Gets a double drop kick from Starlight Kid and Sarah. Chris Statlander, double lariat. Wiping out and Starlight Kid. Asume, though, up and around. Statlander, though, the power. Asume able to escape, though. Turning Chris Statlander around. Empire's looking for, Destroyer! Good grief! And that might wipe Statlander out of the equation. Harley Cameron, though, hooking up Asume. Looking for a finishing move. Nope, able to escape. Now Asume does the clothesline up and around. Now Mr. got takedown and might be looking to trap the arm into the Asume. Sushi! Got her! The deep roll-up with the arm trap and the leg cradle, the Asume Sushi. gets the win tonight for Neo Genesis in this high-paced main event against a very game trio from AEW. Content Baszler Rap brought it, but Asume gets the win with the Asume Sushi, the cradle pin on Harley Cameron. A hell of a 6-woman showcase, though, to close the festivities out here for Stardom. And again, if you want to look more at this high-paced action, you can look at Stardom Wonder Ring today on the World of Stardom service. A great win again for Neo Genesis, Starlight Kid, Asume, and Mai Shira. 3 geniuses of high speed, in my opinion. What a match. And what a showcase. Yeah, Mai Shira needs a drink after that one. Get parched. And again, Chris Statlander, hell of a first impression, and Harley Cameron for that matter, in their Stardom debut. Looks like Asume is going to say some words here. I'm the winner! Yes, you are, Asume, you little cutie. Asume. Asume chance raining out for the 5 foot, 110-pound daughter high speed. Are you enjoyed? I enjoyed, certainly. Absolutely. I call Stardom to do a week if I could. Thank you. We will come back soon. I mean, she does a great English, but it's still pretty good. Everyone come. Thank you so much. Arigato. Thank you, Starlight Kid. We are Neon Genesis by Mai Shira. I say. We are. Okay, start. Yeah, the way we go out, of course. I got you. Yeah. Okay. We are Stardom! And thank you so much to Asumi, Starlight Kid, and Mai Shira, as of course they take us off the air here for this incredible showcase of Joshi talent and AEW collaboration. This has been Stardom, as I said, Stardom American Dream 2026. I hope you all enjoyed this annual Stardom presentation. If you want more Stardom, please let us know in the chat or comments. We would love to bring you more Joshi Pro Wrestling. Again, stay tuned. I'll be coming Spark Joshi Pro Wrestling this Sunday, as of course we bid farewell for now from the Palms, from the Pro Theater. On behalf of Veda Scott and Tom, on behalf of anybody that's a fan of Stardom or Japanese wrestling or Joshi wrestling, hope you enjoyed this fun little experience today. Again, please stay tuned for the rest of my team covering Bloodsport and further GCW, as of course we head into WrestleMania weekend. Tomorrow, we get to the big stage, even if the stage looks like a freaking Temu WrestleMania 17 set. Again, ladies and gentlemen, here is your stage for WrestleMania 42. Oh, wait, that's not right. Hold on here. I'm sorry. That's not right, is it? That's not right. Where did I put it? Does that not look like a more fucking awesome stage or what? Let's see here. Where is it? Here it is. Here's your stage for WrestleMania 42. And with that being said, American Dream 2026 is officially off the air. So I thank you all once again for tuning in. As the Cements Brand Agenda, the simple plan of watch alongs continue, I will see you all tomorrow for WrestleMania Saturday. But until then, as always, thank you for tuning in here to the Simply Reliable Studios. And as always, make a positive impact in life and have a good night. We are Stardom, and this has been Stardom American Dream 2026. Thank you so much for tuning in to the special live watch line coverage. Go Genyo, sayonara, bye-bye.